Geely continues to surprise and expand the line of electrified Galaxy models. Most recently, they presented the Galaxy Cruiser concept SUV. This is a car that wants to take its share of the growing and popular segment of brutal crossovers with increased cross-country ability. It looks like a combination of Eastern European aesthetics and futuristic design, with the addition of smart technologies and AI functions. In terms of safety, Geely clearly did not skimp here, making it as safe as possible for the driver and passengers. But the most interesting thing is that this SUV can move on water at a speed of up to 8.5 km/h and stay afloat for 2 hours. In fact, this is not just an SUV, but a universal vehicle ready for any challenges. In general, Geely is clearly aiming to create an SUV of the future, safe, smart, and, most importantly, ready for any challenges. This is truly a new take on the company's vision of what an SUV should look like in the near future. In China, Geely has a special line of electrified cars, Galaxy, which already includes several models with a modern and streamlined design. The model name refers to the popular Toyota SUVs with the Cruiser prefix, such as the Land Cruiser or FJ Cruiser. Although it is worth admitting that the Galaxy Cruiser may not remain in this version and will appear in the future as a serial car under a different name. And here is where the most interesting thing begins: the new concept within this line looks much brighter. The exterior is something between futuristic and classic, with clear echoes of the Land Rover Defender. It looks really cool, and if Geely decides to bring this concept into production, we will definitely see something amazing. The appearance of the Geely Galaxy Cruiser is pure brutality, with a character that immediately catches the eye. This is not quite the Geely that we are used to seeing. Usually the brand avoided square shapes, but here it relied on angular lines and hard contours. Let's take a look at its features: square shapes, flared wheel arches, massive body kit made of unpainted plastic all over the body, like a real SUV. Plus, the black top and roof pillars, which creates a cool contrast with the rest of the details. Even the mirrors with turn signal repeaters and door handles are made in glossy black style. What can you say? And how do you like the two-tone wheels with off-road tires? And on the rear door there is a bright orange cover for the spare wheel, which perfectly matches the body color. On the roof you can see a stylish trunk, and on the side, a ladder that will help you easily climb to the load from above. Let's not forget about the hood with a large air duct in the front part, which looks simply epic, a rectangular part connecting the headlights, and between them, an LED strip. A logo consisting of 6 rectangles that glows. And below is a compact air intake, fog lights on the sides, and, of course, a pair of towing eyes. Also that the car not only looks beautiful, but also shows what it is capable of in reality. Geely shared information about its cool technologies, which can now be found in their new product. First of all, it is worth noting the GEA Evo platform, which, apparently, has nothing in common with the C-Trolley. One of the main features is the GAES system, which ensures that the car will not crash into obstacles. Geely assures that this model will easily pass the Moose test at a speed of up to 80 km/h. And that's not all. Even in the dark, when visibility leaves much to be desired, the car can brake independently from 100 km/h. Galaxy Cruiser is the world's first SUV that can actively adapt to any scenario. All thanks to artificial intelligence, which controls the car's settings depending on the type of surface and energy consumption. That is, you can easily switch between modes, purely electric, hybrid, or with maximum power reserve. Depending on the situation, the car itself decides which mode is best for it. In addition, the all-wheel drive system works on the principle of smart switching. Depending on the situation, it automatically selects front, rear, or all-wheel drive so that you always feel maximum comfort and control. Future technologies that make driving even more comfortable and safer. The SUV can move in crab mode, which allows it to maneuver in the most difficult conditions, turn on the spot, and even drive with one flat tire. But that's not all. The Galaxy Cruiser can swim. On the water, it can move at a speed of up to 8.5 km/h, however, not longer than 2 hours. For better navigation on the water surface, it even has a radar and sonar, so as not to get lost in the water. The main feature of this hybrid SUV is the new generation golden short blade traction battery. The developers say that its design uses patented high-strength materials and special coatings that make it super protected. It is resistant to deformation, is not afraid of overheating, and, most importantly, is completely protected from fires and explosions. But Geely is still silent about the specific characteristics of the hybrid version, including the power reserve. The interior of the Galaxy Cruiser, it would seem, is classic, but with features. In the front there is a compact dashboard screen and a huge multimedia display, as befits a modern crossover. The central tunnel is two-story with 2 rows of physical buttons, plus 2 cup holders and dual wireless charging. But the main thing is the huge transmission selector. There is also off-road mode control. Of the interesting equipment, built-in satellite communication, which works even where the phone has already given up. Geely has seriously aimed. This year they are going to launch new own satellites to make the coverage even wider. When exactly the Galaxy Cruiser will go into production, Geely is still keeping the intrigue. But one thing is clear, the brand is clearly not going to stop at regular electric cars and hybrids. It seems that they are planning to pump up the Galaxy family to the fullest, by adding harsh, brutal SUVs to it. And here it becomes interesting. Apparently, Geely wants to play on the field of such players as Jaguar and Tank. And this means that a real battle is preparing for lovers of stylish and cross-country cars.